The Desert Botanical Garden is presenting its first ever orchid exhibit. Our very own Lexi Lambert checked it out recently, and I think she might have caught orchid fever.
I am here with Laura Spalding-Best, who's a Senior Director of Exhibits here at Desert Botanical Gardens, and she's going to tell us all about this gorgeous new space that they have. Tell me a little bit about Orchid Fever.
So this is so exciting because this is the garden's first ever orchid show. And what we have here in this gallery space is a brand new building that for the first time we're able to show floriculture exhibits, plant-based exhibits, and this building was designed to support them and nourish them while they're on view. This is years in the making. As a botanical garden, it's really exciting for us to expand and do some things indoors that we're not able to do outdoors. You know, due to our desert climate, we can't have an orchid display outdoors. Of course, we can't have an orchid gallery outdoors. And so to be able to have a show of this caliber that is just saturated with thousands of orchid blooms and a variety of species is so incredible to give our visitors that new experience.
You wanted to tie it into Arizona. You wanted to give us a glimpse of home with the orchids. There are orchids that come from Arizona. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Yes, absolutely. What a lot of people don't know is that there are 26 native orchid species in Arizona, and most of them are rare. Many of them are federally endangered. And our research team, we have a research team of scientists and botanists that do really important work with orchids. And so we have a spotlight section that focuses on some of the work that we've done for orchids in Arizona. Because some of them are so incredibly rare, we have done some really incredible work to collect seeds from these species, to propagate them in-house, and to successfully then reintroduce them back to the wild.
I love that. And these 4 pillars are walking us through all of that. Talk to me a little bit about the orchid sniffing dogs, because that's not something everybody knows about.
Not everybody would know that we work with a handler and dogs that are trained in sniffing out these incredibly rare orchids. And so this species is called the Spiranthes delatescens. It's the Canelo Hills Lady Tresses orchid. It grows in southern Arizona in a wetland environment in the Cienegas. So this is a very tiny, very diminutive species that has a short blooming period. So they're incredibly hard to find. But the dogs have been trained to scent them out, and it's been successful in the field in locating them in these kind of high grass, sort of marshy wetland areas.
Yeah. And they're so small because the desert ones are just like little itty bitty, so they can thrive here.
A lot of orchids are named for the way they look. They present as faces. Some look like animals, some look like humans. They have such a variety while maintaining, the characteristics that put all of these plants in the same family. But you can see how wildly different they present themselves. They're almost sculptural plants. I mean, they're so artful. You can see why humans have had a really long history of being captivated by orchids.
Totally. I totally understand. They all look so, like you said, exponentially different.
Yeah, these orchids have come from all over the world. You see a variety of tropical species of orchids. So some of these are from Hawaii and other tropical regions like that. And we've selected this so specific color palette. You'll notice that from entry all the way walking through these paths that we've created for you to exit, we range from the hues of sunset colors. Our Arizona sunsets are unmatched. And so we go from like peaches and golds to pinks and purples, and it all fades out through the space. And it's super intentional.
It really is gorgeous. And you guys even have hanging ones that you guys are just installing so people can get it above them as well.
That's right. And this show is designed as a truly immersive experience. You're surrounded by orchids on all sides. They're above your head. They're down below. They're at eye level. You're really meant to be surrounded in their color, their scent. In the space, you'll hear the sound of running water. It's really a sensory experience. This gallery is open during our regular operating hours, and it is free with a price of admission. We recommend visitors get their tickets ahead of time because this is going to be a very popular exhibit.
And how long is it running for?
We are open here from March 15th through May 11th, Mother's Day.
Perfect. And if people want more information about the Orchid Fever, where can they go?
At dbg.org.
Perfect. And as always, you can head to our website, cw7az.com, for more information about this gorgeous, luxurious vibe of a garden.